Welcome back to Captain of Industry. My name is Nilaus and we are back here on our glorious colony. We are into the late game and there are some things that we need to deal with. We built our MOX generator last time and we're working towards sort of some of the last techs in the game, which all scroll, almost there. We're just missing a few here. And then I guess by the time we'll be done with this, maybe the next update with the trains are coming out. I just heard and I'm super excited about trains for this game, and I think it makes a lot more sense now that the maps are bigger. So super excited about it. What we're going to look at today is this thing here. We have problems. There's a mild disease, yes, that's a problem, but landfill pollution is 28 and air pollution is 19. We need to get rid of those. We need to get entirely rid of the landfill pollution, and we need to reduce the air pollution a lot. So, how do we do that? Well, the landfill pollution is easy, because the landfill pollution comes from two places. One is all the depleted uranium that I have dumped in here. That's probably causing pollution. I don't know if it does. I can't see if it does. Maybe I can actually see it if I go like waste. Here it says when you dump it, it doesn't say that it actually, for example here, that one, right? It doesn't say that it is causing landfill pollution. It would be nice if it said like landfill pollution somehow. So I can't see which ones cause landfill pollution, but I would imagine that depleted uranium and waste are the ones that create pollution. So what we need to do is we simply need to get rid of all of the waste. So we have that one here, and we're going to do a little bit of shuffling around. That one's going to go up here because I need to buy myself some space. Here, this space here is what I need. So let's look at the waste. We are going to, there's only one, well, there's two ways. We can either burn it and then create some air pollution. No thanks. Or because we're kind of fighting pollution, so just converting from one type to the other. This is better because then we're going to make some exhaust. 144 should be fine. So we'll get an incineration plant. We'll get that recipe here. That should be a fine location like this. Yeah. Okay, so this has been done. I can now take this out here. It's a little bit of a weird way of doing it. Then I can take that here. Yes, so we get that one in. Once it's done, then I can remove this, and it's now done. I'll remove you, and then I will remove this one as well and build it over here. There. And I will just need to trash that and then change it to recyclables. Yeah, so this is making recyclables. This is now out, and then we've just bought a little bit more space for our design here. Good. Right, what do we want to do? The next thing we want to do is actually change this one here, and you're also going to go out here, and I will be getting in and here. Good. And you're gonna be out. We're just making a little bit more space for ourselves here and here. Right, because this is coming from just this rainwater, so we're gonna be leaching the rainwater inbound here, which I think it should be fine. And that means we need two inputs. That means the water inbound and the, oh, we'll do this one. Water inbound and hydrogen inbound. Hydrogen, we should have enough of that. And we can then do something about the exhaust, but that's gonna be something we just do a little bit later on. So that should be fine. Let's see. So let's get a fluid storage for water. We'll get that here. And then another fluid storage here for hydrogen. That's going to be hydrogen. Get it in and alert if empty. And this is going to be water. Get it. No, not get it in, but alert if empty. Yes. That goes in. And how close can I make it? Let's just make it like this. And let's get a cheap inbound here. That one. And this can take 144. If we look at our waste production, there it is at 128. Funny how it went down. Weird. 128. So that means we still, yeah, I don't know. It works. It's fine. it should be fine with 144 here. And that is going to be in here. That's not very much. It is 18 steam. And I get the 18 steam back to some kind of fuel here. Let's do that one. Nope. Oh, wrong one. And you're gonna go into that. And I'm just making small pipes everywhere because it's very low demand. And this will be this recycled will be input first. I will be making a smokestack out here. Good. And then we need to make sure that the system can get in. That's some loose lift here. I'll just lift it twice, and that one will also be flip. And also lift it. And inbound. Okay, that actually needs to be a fast belt. Not the fastest, but a fast belt. There we go. And that should be done. Go. I'm actually going to request a little bit of water in here, otherwise it never gets started. High supply of waste. Ugh. Yeah, because they can only barely just take this out. So I only want to take out the last bits here, because I really want it only to be an overflow. And I want all of this glorious waste to be going on the belt. Oh, right, it's not going to go in the belt until I build this one. There. Alright, you are glorious, and we should get stuff inbound, hopefully. There. So start draining, start filling this one up, and get some water inbound. Yes, the water is inbound, and the hydrogen comes here as well. There we go. And we should see that we get everything inbound as we get the waste. There. We now should stop. Should stop that, please. Now it should never be getting back up here, and that means the last of these here. This landfill pollution 26, we just need to wait until it stops working, and then it'll be like, I think it's 30 years. I don't know why I think that's 30 years, that after 30 years the landfill pollution is no longer there. So it takes 30 years for landfill to just become like normal ground. Here, we'll do that. Oh, and I need to make sure that that one is prioritized to go in here and fill up this reserve, so I don't bring it in by truck. I think this one should be enough to fill it up. That's 2.3 times however many I have. All right, that is great. So it is it's working. We have now solved the landfill, basically. I will still get a little bit of landfill from the occasional part here, but we just had accrued so much of the depleted uranium that I just threw it down, and then we're just gonna wait until it sort of becomes normal, and then we have to go a little bit further ahead so we can see that this has an impact. And at that point, we also want to use this space that we haven't used for anything for making a gigantic plant, centralized plant for processing, basically like this. Because this one, I built it, and then in the previous episode, and as soon as I built it, I realized it wasn't big enough, because this is just producing an absolute outrageous amount of exhaust. So one of the things that I want is actually the arc furnace, to try to upgrade this to arc furnace, because arc furnace pollutes a lot less. It also takes a lot less coal, so it used graphite instead. And now that we actually have graphite being produced down here, then I think we should use it. Also, these ones, the fact that I built it and then have to use it. So if we look at all our factory, and where do we have pollution? Like this is the biggest pollution contributor, and if this was there, this would also be a big contributor to pollution, but it should be a backup because we're running a nuclear. This is also pollution. Each of these are running at 30 or 36, and there's 6 of them, so that's also significant. All of my bus is not creating any pollution, the recycling not pollution. This is producing a little bit of pollution, and that goes up here, but this is carbon dioxide, because the whole thing has been converted into hydrogen built. So we need to get this one over as well. So we also need to get carbon dioxide. We both need to get exhaust and carbon dioxide over. There's a little bit over here. 30 plus 30. So that's a little bit from this. And also something from this. So there's also exhaust down here. So we have exhaust plus exhaust. This area is also producing one. So I'm kind of thinking this should be one area of exhaust coming in. This is one area of, or one pipe of carbon coming in. This is 2 pipes of exhaust. There's 1 pipe of exhaust here, and then if you look over on this one, there's a little bit from this. There's a little bit, 24 plus 24 of exhaust. This one is also producing a neat amount of exhaust. So here plus here, there's some exhaust, but none of the food production is actually producing a lot of exhaust. This one's producing some hydrogen. I scaled up my ethanol production, which needs that one. So that's another pipe of carbon dioxide in. So we have 2 pipes of carbon dioxide in, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pipes of exhaust. So that's kind of a lot, and it needs to be spaghetti there. So let's first do the design for this, but let's fast forward a little bit more. We are now several hours further into the game, and this one is just chugging along as it wants. A lot of other small things have been done, like we are working on getting through all of the science here. So I've cranked up all the science and extended this farmland a little bit more, built an overflow for diesel here, but you know, small things that don't really sort of warrant going into very much detail. But if you are a patron supporter, you of course have access to the same games, and you can just check out what's happening in the base. Also extending out here and trying desperately to level this terrain here with the use of some of these workers. I actually thought there's a really cool idea to have these drop off and then have some excavators underneath just sort of scraping it off and sort of leveling out. I think that's a really interesting idea that I want to explore a little bit further, because I think that's fun. Right, well, what we want to do is we want to make a design, and I want to make it here because we have a lot of space and it's centralized. So it's kind of equal distance, or the middle of this, and this, which is all the stuff that causes pollution. There's also a little bit of pollution over here, but I don't think we want to drag that in because that will block a lot of things. It's going to be a tricky thing. But anyway, we'll start on the scrubberinos here. That is, we start with an exhaust scrubber, because the first thing we really want to do is make sure that we have exhaust in, and then we get to carbon dioxide. Already this process removes a lot of pollution, because if you look at exhaust, down here, that is 60 exhaust is 30 air pollution, while carbon dioxide is 60 because 15. So it's already from, this would be 90 pollution, then it becomes 24 plus half of, no, a third of this, and this is, that's 18, so that would be 42. So it goes from 90 to 42 pollution by adding this one. That's a pretty good deal, right? So already now we're making it, we'll be reducing pollution by a lot. And I want to make these 3 apart, because I need this belt to be out here at ground level. There. And I need this to be, these need to be like the fastest belts, right? I can't really figure that out. Yes, they do. There. So, how big do we want to build it? Well, I think we want to build it way too big, and then we can always just scale it down a little bit. But this part would require, I'll basically say 1, 2, that's 360. So that'll be 1 Mark III belt. I cannot take a Mark III belt for all of these, but basically take 4 belts in here. And then I'm gonna make here. And that's gonna be, I think, something like this maybe. And then I'll be going, is that middle? Yes, it is. So that'll go something like this. Next one will go something like this. Yep. That's not it. Here. There. That means I now have 4 places to get stuff inbound. Is that enough? Nah, no. The problem is also, like, not a problem, but per se, but you can't store it here. There's no way to store exhaust. Oh, carbon dioxide. Ah, I can store carbon dioxide, but I can't store exhaust. Interesting. Doesn't matter. We're not going to store either of that. So I'm going to need water inbound. How much water inbound? 24, but it recycles 24. So this is 24 plus 24, that's 48. Times 2, that's 96. Times 2, that is 192. That means we need 2 big towers coming in here for reprocessing. That one and that one. This will now mean that I have a loss of... Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. No, this is low steam. Okay, low steam is better. Low steam recovers much better. There we go. Low steam is recovering, so I'm only having 24 loss. So that's 48 water that needs to flow in here continuously. It's not nothing, but it's also just like it's water. We can find a way. Yes. Oh, right. A little bit of a side here. I used the graphite here for converting to arc furnace. I've just upgraded. I just clicked this button, upgrade, to make it into arc furnace. And then first of all, it's very expensive in terms of upgrade cost. And then the difficulty or difference is that you can see here coal is 15 coal and 30 exhaust. If you look at here, 3 graphite and 6 exhaust. Woohoo, that's awesome. Oh wait, we also need water and steam. So I kind of sort of had to hack my way in here, which I'm not super happy about, but that's not the biggest issue. It's 5.5 megawatt and 4 teraflops. That means I can't just add these everywhere yet. So as much as I wanted to add this, I can't do it yet, and I can gradually. I have 120 megawatt of power coming from the nuclear power plant, and that's the only power I want to use. So I have to keep an eye on this and just see that it sort of doesn't go above 120, because if it somehow goes above 120 more than just for a little flicker, then we have an issue and that needs to be dealt with. Right, well, let's move on. So at this point we will now have 72 plus 72, that's 144. Then that is 288, and then that's more than 2 times 288, whatever the hell that is. And I'm gonna build another consolidation thing here, because now that actually means that I can get... Oh, let's actually get it 1 up. There, because now this is 1 up. Is this... what kind of pipe is this? This is pipe 3. Great. It is actually needs to be pipe 3. So I want to add it into the 2 inner ones. Oh, wow, that was weird. Yes, that one. And from here. Yeah. So this will be 144 plus 104. That's 288. So that's not a problem at all to get it in here. And same with that one. Okay. And then I'll need to get it outbound, but I also need this to be basically an inbound coming in for whatever it wants to come in, and that's going to be an inbound from one side, and I'm going to get an inbound from the other side, because remember, we also have places that actually provide or that actually generate carbon dioxide that we need to get inbound. The funny thing though is that since I have 2 out from 2 different sides, one was... Where was it I created carbon dioxide? The one of them was... This is the one for carbon dioxide, and the other for carbon dioxide was over here. Oh, it was this one. This is producing 12, so I got some carbon dioxide. This one could reasonably be dragged in from this side, and this one is definitely going to be dragged in from this side. So this is good. Then we need the outbounds, and then this is where things become a little bit... where we have some questions. That one. Let me build that here. And there, 144. So basically 2 of these produce 144 carbon dioxide, and I can go into this one and rotate like that. Well, let's see. And I'm flipping it so that it's kind of symmetric like that, I think. Yes, but I might also be getting something extra, and therefore I am going to just build it not like that. There. So I'm gonna build it way too big. Basically, I only need half of this, but I'm gonna build it this big because if I start getting more carbon dioxide in from various sources, then I may need... I don't have to activate all of these. I can just leave them as ghosts, or I can leave them powered off. I really hope that things that are paused don't consume any maintenance. Because if we look at it, are these okay? These are all just full. Okay, so what is definitely always working? This is always working. But if I just pause this one, do we still consume maintenance? I mean, it would be nice to see that this one went to 0, because I really hope we don't consume maintenance when we're not running. The flops should go down. teraflops, and power should go down. Power is going down when it's not working, but maintenance, I'm not sure. Not sure about it. Anyway, that needs to just be funneled over here, and then I need a big box on the other side here, just the biggest of big boxes for all of that inbound or outbound or whatever. This is kind of the middle, so let's build it like that. So that'll be the graphite. And then we'll drag the graphite into here, and eventually we'll also drag it over to this plot when that also gets upgraded to graphite, or to these builds here. First, we're making a ton of graphite production. Oh, one more thing. This is actually making sulfur. So interestingly enough, we have a lot of sulfur. So let's actually make a gigantic sulfur box right there-ish. And this is making 6 sulfur. It's not actually very much. There, presumably. 6 plus 6, 12, and times 4, that's only 48 sulfur. But you know, 48 sulfur is, it's still something. And if nothing else, then that 48 sulfur will just be heading in here, and then it'll be converted into rubber, which we need a lot of, and also acid, which we need a lot of. And then lastly, if we don't have anything else, then it's going to be converted into just slag, which will then subsequently be used for getting out here to become more sour water, becomes more all good stuff. Right, I like this build. I think I want to build it a little bit. I also need to just pass it a little bit more. I think something like this would be a good location, because this is the majority one that goes in here, and there's one out here. Where is it? 1, 2. This might be 2 pipes, but let's see. 1, 2, and this is a carbon dioxide going in here. That one also goes in here, and this is also exhaust, which also needs to go in here. Right, okay, let's try building this, and then afterwards try piecing it together and getting all the stuff inbound. Here we go, it is getting built. One thing I forgot to mention was, obviously, if this runs full, and it probably will, then none of these are gonna work. Oh, we're gonna lose all our workers here. Yep, that's not enough workers. That's fine. We'll disable some of this and just basically start it up at not only half capacity, but like capacity like this. And yeah, let's do that. And we can add more later on. Okay, so when we get more CO2 and we can't really get anywhere inbound, then we need to have this actually go out and make pollution. But I'm kind of hoping that it doesn't get to that, but it probably will. So, well, that was the easy part, to be perfectly honest, because the hardest part is going to be dragging all of that in here, kicking and screaming. We also need to get water in here, and we need to get like a lot of water. You know what? I'm going to take this water, because this water is available. It's coming from this location. And it's being overconsumed. Oops. Okay, I guess we can just get all 4 of these going then. And I can also, if I want to, I can just scale this up. I do have all the ingredients. And actually, let me just also scale this up for now, because I think I need more water from in here. When you have a big island, why not just use it for just making this? It took a ton of what is it actually using? It's like construction parts 1 and wood. So, but on the other hand, now it's raining and each of them produce 2.3, and there are a total of 114 here. So that is 262.2 water for free, no maintenance, no nothing, just for free on average. Of course, that's why we have the buffer here for averaging it out, and I think that's good. That's that's really good. That definitely gets us back. Anyway, we need to get water in here. That was the first part. We need water. I think we're ready to sort of build the first one inbound. So the first carbon dioxide and the first exhaust, and then we'll add the next one. So here we're going to get the first exhaust pipe inbound. It has to go connect here. So we'll be getting all of this out. That means now I'm actually killing my... There we go. Now I do not have a production of oil or anything like that over here until that is done, and it goes all the way over. So that should be good. Let's just build. It goes over here, and that one also gets built, and it is still 450 all the way in. Great. And this is going to be taking a lot out, and you will be deleted because we really need to transition out of this. And I think I actually already now need to do these. All right, let's see. You are getting some product inbound. They are not coming in yet, and it's a little bit complicated to see what's going on, but it's coming in on this pipe, and once then it'll go out on the other pipes. Let's see. So that'll be, I think I'll actually be sort of focusing on the inner ones, because those are 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be 288. So if it's less than, if one pipe can handle it, then it can also be processed by that. All right, look at that. We should start seeing the very first bits of graphite. Now this graphite should actually be consolidated over to that location. So the next one is in here. This is coming from, this is actually the least impactful one, but let's start somewhere. Just trying to funnel it in. I'm actually going to just build that. And I'm, for the sake of, I don't know, argument, I would want to get all of it built with Mark 3 belts or pipes. Just because. And you're going to be killed. Go. And this one now needs to be unpaused. And this one as well, unpaused. When you intersect something while it's in the middle of being built, it gets weird. And let's see. You exhaust and exhaust. Perfect. That should get us some exhaust. Why are we not getting exhaust in? Yes. All right. So exhaust on this pipe. And then the other one is coming over here. That is from our concrete production. So I need to delete all of these. Off you go. And instead, and yes, I'm, oh no, I always do that. Always miss one. There. Unless I don't. There we go. So this, once this is working, oh shoot, that's CO2. Oh no, I can't mix that up. And the carbon dioxide is working. We now have 2 lanes in. They're both coming from over here, this side, and then one is going over and then merging back in. It's really hard to see, but going over and merging back into this one. So we now have the 2 inputs from out in the world. Now it's about getting the next part, which is all of the exhaust going. That's going to be a little bit more tricky. I think we're going to start from, oh my god, oh, we'll fix that. I think we're going to start with getting the copper inbound. Alright, so we're ready to hook this up. This is, oh crap. I built it in as a 200. Let's see, how much have we been in? 230 plus 30 plus 30, okay. So 200 is enough right now, so we'll keep it as it is. Then I am going to, I'm just going to go all out and just delete all the other stuff, because I have to trust that it works. If it doesn't work, then we're just screwed. So there is that. What it goes over here on the road, on the, this is going to be like the most glorious spaghetti we're going to be building. But I think that it's consolidating everything into one place, so it gets exhaust now. Now we need to wait for the exhaust to get in, and then we'll just see that it actually works. And here we are. We're seeing the exhaust scrubbers actually scrubbing some exhaust here. Great. It does produce a little bit of pollution. We can't get rid of all the air pollution, but we can get rid of most of it. So they are working, and just a little bit. So that's one more thing. Then let's go for the next one. So what have we done now? We are missing this area over here with the arc furnaces and the copper. This part here. This is also exhaust. Yes. So let's get exhaust from this area now. And it's time to hook up the next one. We're already in the process of moving this, and we need to get this online. There. So that's going to be pushed out to the central line. Let's get the central line upgraded here, and the central line upgraded from that side. It goes over here, and then all we need to do is get these out and then put them into this consolidated line. Let's see if that works. Yep. And they go up. You up, and this is exhaust everywhere. So Now that's not working until it's here. That's working now. We're not getting anything in. What about the glass? Also it's kind of idle, the glass, but okay, so we do have exhaust, and the exhaust is going and flowing here. Exhaust, yes. Oh, that's weird. Why is it going? Oh no, that's weird. Why does it do that? Huh. Can't have that. It was supposed to be up in this elevation. There we go. Build it again. Flowing, and upgrade this one as well, which has to kind of a little bit of a conflict here. Then it goes in and goes in and goes the last of the way. Let's see how much we got here. We don't have a lot, but now we do. There, this should be a flow, and it goes in to get more exhaust. Right, so that is now this area over here taken care of, this area over here taken care of. The biggest one is actually here. So that's probably the one that we need to deal with now, is the iron and steel build, because that's the one that it's always running. And then the last one is going to be this here. It's 48, so it's something we need to deal with. And I guess we can drag it through here. So now I've hooked up everything except for the steel, iron steel part, and we've also gotten here. This line here is a small line, but it comes in from our plastic production, which I think is still valid because it's 48. So if I can get rid of 48 as well, then, or get it in here, that's great. This one just keeps being empty. Now we are going to do a leap of faith. I think that's the right way to do things. That one will not be getting anyone in. So what I'm going to do is I am simply going to be hitting the pause. This one will be a constant supply. This will have a draw of 48. So it's definitely going to be needing something. Oh, there's also something here that isn't. Oh. That one's not updated. There, it was just paused. And these are 200, 200, yes. Right, you're working, good. So now the only thing missing is getting these two into these lines. And now these are all going to be built, and hopefully we can keep up with this. This part I want to get out of because we should have a belt here now. That's going to be on a flat belt like that. 1, 2, because I want to get it up on level 4, and I'll do a medium speed belt here. 3. And that now goes all the way over and then becomes a friend. What? Yeah, okay, incompatible type. Yeah, it should be incompatible type here. And then that goes over, and I need to get it in on this line here. 1, 2, 3. That one. Then I'm gonna go loose. No, not loose lift. That's one. Rotate, flip, up, up. Oh, how does that now work? Flip. Oh, like this. There, 1, 2. And then that will again go onwards. Cool. I'm going to take this out. And as I take this out... Oh, wow, that was expensive. That is a normal pipe belt thing. So, let's see. This has to be in level 1, actually. Okay, so that can also be taken out again. So I'm do a flat lift, flip it, 1 up, there, 1 up, and then from here, get that out. 1 up, and then it matches here. Good, that gets done, and this one gets done. So now they will automatically be put in here. And this is currently the only place that I'm consuming graphite. Well, actually there's also other places. Now, the big question is, how the hell are we going to monitor that if any of these are accidentally not going to be sufficient? Like, how do we do that? And like, we got steam on most of these. Like, this one doesn't have steam, so that's good. And these two are both working. They're working at 75%. That's also what I would expect to see. So we're actually sort of almost using the entirety of this part here. And we might want to get a little bit more of this. I don't even know how much, but actually we don't. We don't need to do that until we see these ones flaring. If they're flaring, then there's a problem. Let's have a look. These ones are working. This is working. This is working. And you're coming in. I'm just checking that all of it is correct. And there we have 3 full lanes of exhaust coming in. That is really cool. I love it. I love it. I love that we built this thing. And it also love even more that it actually looks like it's working. Great. This is pretty damn amazing. And now what? Now we have everything that is producing exhaust. Let's actually look at... Now we can't see if we produce exhaust because we still produce exhaust. We can't see if we... I think that the only thing we don't have now is this little teeny tiny bit over here. This one here, but I mean they're idle most of the time, so I'll forgive that for now. But all the major polluters, so it's time to click the button and the air pollution. All of this work, and what do we get out of it? We got reduced from 20. It was a 19 or 20 when we started. I know it's been up to 20, but it was a 19 when we started. Now it's down to 10. Maybe it'll get a little bit less. Because I'm a little bit disappointed that we only got it down to 10. Because our air pollution... isn't there a way to see pollution? Pollution. Oh, look at that. Air pollution. That's this one. Okay, so we went up here. And then we go down here. So 142. And we were sort of at 300 before. I am super happy about it. We can also see that our wastes... has just gone into 0, and radiation is there's a little bit of spike in radiation once in a while when they transport some things around in the base. All right, I am super happy about this. I am super proud of this build, and now that means we can actually we're gonna get much more healthy. That also means we can actually remove the health boost. Nice. It also means that now we have the graphite so that we can confidently start upgrading these ones. When we have the teraflops, we do, and the power, we don't. So, next one is going to be the fast breeder reactor in the next episode, so we can have infinite power. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this series and this cool design. Remember, if you're a Patreon supporter, you can always just get the save games and download the saves for the cool design so you can add them to your own base. Thank you for watching. Until next time, take care and stay effective.